Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to Stretford Paddock. I am Adam McCullough, and with me today is none other than Ravel Morrison. Ravel, pleasure to be sitting here with you, brother.
You too, brother.
Thank you very much for joining me, man. Like I said to you upstairs, Ravel was here today doing the real podcast and stuff, so go and check that out. And you were here, and I was like, I need to get a chat with you because this is my top 3 interviews. Beckham, Fergie, Ravel Morrison's in there.
Thank you.
Because there's a lot that happened at United. There's a lot you have to say. And I think you're a very misunderstood character as well in a certain sense. Would you agree with that word?
Yeah, I agree with that, yeah.
What do you think, if there was one thing people misunderstand about you the most, what do you think that is?
Me as a person in general, everyone's already got an image of me, you know what I mean? But everyone that's got the image doesn't know me. But because of past stuff from 15, 16, everyone always has this perspective or image of me. Do you know what I mean?
You found it hard to shake that off as well, maybe because I think it's because you've hopped from club to club. So people automatically assume there's got to be an issue there. Whereas maybe some of those might have been your own decisions. We don't know. Yeah. We'll obviously talk about that. But first things first, guys. I've been getting rattled all month about Anthony Martial, yeah? We found another Martial FC member. You're a fan, aren't you?
I think he's a wicked player. I think I'll take him at Arsenal. I think he's a wicked player, but I couldn't understand why people get frustrated because obviously he's not scored a lot, but you know what qualities he's got. You
think he'll be back in that number 9 in the goals?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. If he wants more goals, he should come link up with Aubameyang and you know what I mean?
You said we weren't going to mention it, but obviously Ravel's an Arsenal fan, and it rattles my head because I saw you do things at Anfield that are kind of legally binding contracts to Manchester United.
Don't say it.
You know what you did, Ravel. Cue the picture. you know what you did at Anfield. That performance of yours at Anfield, by the way, is one of my favourites.
Thank you.
Nearly got sent off.
Yeah, no,
it's a heated game.
It's a heated game. You know what Liverpool and United is like, and it come down to the under-18s. It was the same rivalry, The heated game is passion in it. You know
Pogba got sent off in that game as well. We came from behind.
Yeah, but I don't think it was a sending off. Obviously, he done the keeper with the penalty, didn't he? And he gave him a second yellow. But I thought that was a bit harsh. But no, it's a quality game. That.
What do you remember about that FA Youth Cup team? Because obviously, it's one of the teams people think about. Like you had Jesse in there, Paul. I think Sam Johnson in goal.
Yeah, you had Sam, Ryan Tunnicliffe, Jesse, Lionel Cole, Pogba, Michael Keane, Will Keane. Yeah, I think I'm very confident in that team. I always believed that we could go into any game and win it. I think the whole team was confident. I think when we got past Newcastle and we put on that performance for United, I think we all thought we could win this. Do you know what I mean? And they didn't win it for a few years, did they?
Yeah.
Before that, and I think we all believed that we could win this.
Because that was a big, obviously at Old Trafford, you're obviously training at the academy, and you see about the class of '92, that FA Youth Cup winning team, and the teams down the years and all that. Does that play on your mind when you're in the actual tournament, living it? Like, we need to win this, we can make a big statement.
No, it didn't. It didn't. I think with the quality that we had in our team, we just believed in ourselves. We didn't look at the past players or anything. We looked at our team, focused on our team, and that's why we was successful.
Yeah. It was an incredibly successful side, but you were the jewel in that team. You the crown, you were the one in that team. Was that your best time playing football, do you think? Is that when you think of your happiest time playing football so far? Is that when you look back on? When do you look back on?
I enjoyed my time at West Ham, at West Ham and also QPR when we got promoted. That was enjoyable underneath Harry. But no, obviously playing for Man United and playing with the players that I played with, it's unbelievable as well,
You scored an incredible goal against Spurs, didn't you, for West Ham, the solo goal and all that. What a goal that was!
Thank you.
In the Premier League as well, was it? It was in the Premier League, wasn't it? people almost forget moments like that.
Yeah.
They almost think, well, he didn't show it. Well, you did show it at the top stage, didn't you? What was your time at West Ham like?
At the start, it was very good. Towards the end, it was difficult, you know. I wouldn't say it was a fallout because we never actually fell out, me and Sam, but we just, I don't know how to explain it, man. It was difficult, you know. But for the majority of the time at West Ham, yeah, it's wicked.
Was it a breakdown in communication? Was it you weren't doing something for him on the training pitch in terms of tactically or application?
Contract.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more contract.
So I don't want to go into that too much, obviously, but was it like they didn't want to pay you X amount? They had to pay you more if you played more? Or?
It wasn't about the money. It was they offered me a contract, which I didn't ask for. And then when I come in on the day, they pulled it away from me because of other reasons, you know, for like with agents and everything, which was a bit unfair on my side because I didn't ask for the contract. Or I would have stayed on my contract. I had another 2 years left, you know. I would have stayed on that contract. To me, it wasn't about the money. I was playing every week, joining the Premier League, enjoying myself. So it was, when that got pulled away, Sam kind of looked at me a bit different, you know, and it froze me out a little bit. So he just went a bit pear-shaped.
Do you think your reputation was going before you at that point?
As in
terms of, we'll obviously talk about it in a bit, but your time at Manchester United led people to believe, well, Ravel's going to come with problems. So do you think as soon as someone saw maybe the little sign of turbulence or a little issue, they immediately thought, oh my God, it's going to kick off and just distance themselves from you completely?
That still happens now, you know. Like I'm 28 now, but it still happens now. If my name gets mentioned in anything, it's like, oh, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. Negativity. It's all the time. I expect it now. Do you know what I mean? I've become immune to it. I know what's going to happen, man. It's a bit draining and that, but it is what it is. Do
you see any similarities to the media reporting around the likes of Raheem Sterling and Paul Pogba to that, what you experienced early on in your career?
I think the media can kill players, you know. I think that instead of looking after the players, you know, like from the country, England, the English media should protect players, but instead I think they go by it a whole different way. Anyone does wrong, they love to pick up on it. If it was some other players, if people in the media's eyes and in some people in England, some players can't do wrong, and then some players, whatever they do is wrong. Do you know what I mean? I
think we all know players that can't do no wrong, and we all know players, you know, that their kind of reputations go before them. Let's go back to the start though, because obviously, actually, when did it start for you at Manchester United? How were you picked up? How were you scouted? Who were you playing for at the time?
I played for City, you know.
You were playing for City?
Yeah. I was at Fletcher Moss and then went to Man City, but Man City released me. And then, but you still stay there for like 5-6 weeks until the end.
Okay.
They told me I wasn't going to get another contract, and then I was playing at Fletcher Moss as well. And then I ended up getting an offer from Manchester United because I was going to, like, you know, Fletcher Moss. You see me there, and then I went to soccer school at Man United, and they ended up offering me a contract. And as soon as they offered me a contract, City wanted me to offer me a contract, you know. And then I thought, nah, getting off here, you know what I mean? It's plus my mum and my gran were United fans.
Okay.
So I ended up going to Man United, playing City a couple of weeks later.
Oh, that's incredible. How old were you at that point?
12.
So 12 years old.
Yeah, 12, 11.
You get dropped from City, or you get
told.
No,
I was younger than that, you know. I was at United under 9s. It was about 9. Yeah.
Okay, so 9 years old, you get told from. Now, I assume that happened like a week before the Man United stuff, or a few months before.
No, yeah, up in like 3-4 weeks before.
So, did you feel like this is the end? Like, City don't want me. Who's gonna like? Did you feel almost like the dream had died there?
No, because a lot of my friends used to play local, you know, so I just enjoyed. Remember, City wasn't as big as they are now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? City are massive now, but before they weren't as big. So it's like, if it would have been the other way around and you got dropped from Man United at the time, you'd probably a different look.
See,
do you know what I mean?
would think getting dropped from the smaller club, you feel, well, surely United aren't going to be interested in. Like, do you get what I mean by that?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but because it happened so quick, you know, I got dropped from City. And soon I went into a satellite group where I stopped training with the main players, and it become like the players that could possibly get a contract or not, or they go in and you train in a satellite group, and then it happened quickly, the turnaround. I trained a couple of weeks there, was playing for Fletcher Moss, went to United Soccer School. I think it was like half term, Joe, when you were off school.
Yeah.
And got picked up from there straight away.
Yes, people, what's going on? I hope you guys are enjoying the Ravel Morrison interview. Just a quick one. Manscape have sponsored this video. They are the leaders in men's below-the-waist grooming. They are available in so many places as well, Joe. Tell them where.
USA, Canada, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, and the EU, European Union. Ever heard of it? We used to like it, then we left, but it's still good, and they sell it there. So wherever you are, you can get Manscaped. Make sure you check them out.
And if you use our code DEVILS20, you'll get 20% off and free shipping. You hear that? 20% off and free shipping using the code DEVILS20. So go and check it out and join the movement where over 2 million men have already trusted Manscaped with their balls, including me.
Absolutely stunning, isn't it? And of course, Manscaped do a lot in terms of grooming, but did you know that one guy every hour is diagnosed with testicular cancer? So this is a reminder to everyone listening, to all the men listening, make sure you check yourself, because, it's
If you
all
don't
fun
check
and
yourself,
games.
you could wreck yourself.
Exactly.
And when you're manscaping, what perfect time to go and check out
You're down there
downstairs.
anyway. Just do it.
You've cleared all the clutter.
Yeah.
You've got rid of all the rubbish.
Yeah.
It's just you and your balls. Have a gander.
Yeah.
Have a look. Have a feel. I don't mean squeeze them.
No, don't hurt
Do you know what I mean? Don't hurt them.
Check
Look
them
after
out.
your balls.
Yeah.
But just have a little look.
Yeah, and Manscaped, in addition to providing fantastic grooming tools, they have partnered with Testicular Cancer Society to spread awareness for men's health and early cancer detection. Together, TCS and Manscaped are committed to raising awareness for the most common form of cancer between men aged 15 and 35. So, a lot of our viewers fall in that category.
And we know
Make
men
sure
don't
you
like
check
to
it
talk
out.
about these things.
No.
We do, don't we?
I don't mind
we always
talking
talk
about it.
We always talk about, Joe, remember when you went to the doctors and you did that thing to your bum? Yeah. We always talk about things like that,
I
don't
wasn't
we?
even meant to, but,
Yeah. So
when you ask them nicely, they'll do it.
Yeah, so just talk.
Yeah.
Talk about it to each other if you're not sure. But most of all, check yourself.
And we
your
recommend
balls.
you check yourself once a month. If you find any lumps or swelling, give a doctor
And what's
a
good
call.
about that is
What?
we also recommend you manscape once a month.
Yeah, that's
So
how I do it.
Goes
First of the month,
hand in
every
hand.
single month. What I do is, once the clock ticks midnight, I'm in there, zizzing, snipping, clipping, and I'm going through and I'm making sure it's all gone. Scorched earth policy. I want it to look like a freshly wiped, do you know, like a dinner tray, when they're like fucking like, I want it to sound like people are playing basketball in a gym when someone goes down there. That's what I want it to sound like. Trainers on polished ground. That's what it's like down there. And you can do that with Manscaped. It's fantastic.
So there you go, guys. Make sure you're using that code DEVILS20 on manscaped.com. And of course, checking those testicles as well. Give them a check once every month. And loving Manscaped, getting involved with the We Save Balls initiative.
20%
Absolute
off
good
and
stuff.
free shipping as well.
Cheers, boys.
A lot of Reds have played for Fletcher Moss, haven't they? I think Danny Welbeck.
Yeah,
a few others.
Marcus. I think Roshaw and Williams. Remember Roshaw?
Yeah.
Yeah,
See him at
Roshaw.
games still, Roshaw.
Yeah.
Goes to a lot of aways. Well, when we could.
A few of us, though, there's a lot of players that play for United.
Ronaldo Brown as well played for Fletcher Moss, didn't he?
Yeah.
We got one of our lads here
Okay.
played for them.
Okay.
So, they've got a great record for developing players and
Yeah.
pushing them through. So, obviously, you signed for Manchester United. Can you remember your first day? Was it at the Cliff at that point? Or was it
No, it's at Littleton Road.
Okay.
No, it might have been at the Cliff,
Was it?
Inside, not AstroTurf.
I got a better memory from you. I wasn't even
Yeah,
there.
it's inside. We mainly trained at Littleton Road
Okay.
because that's where all the games were. But I think we trained a few times at the Cliff as well inside. Like on weeknights because it was dark, so we went inside on the Astro.
How did you feel? Manchester United player at like 9, 10 in the academy system. Did you feel like this is what I want to be? Did you feel
didn't,
like nah?
I just enjoy playing football. Like I said in the other podcast, like I didn't understand how big playing for Manchester United was. You know what I mean? Because it was the environment that I got used to, playing football every day with my friends and everything at school. Come home, play football and stuff like that.
So is that how you kind of grow to take advantage of it, or take it for granted almost?
Yeah, I did take it for granted a bit, especially in like 16 and that, because it's just something that I'm used to. It's like someone that's going to work every day, that's their environment, it's their home. This is my work, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know what I'm doing every day. I'm coming in training, going home, coming in training, going home. You just become normal. Do you know what I mean?
see the same faces all the time. You get used to them.
Yeah.
You probably feel you can take a little break when maybe you can't. And then, I get that. But I kind of get like you didn't see it as a job. Like it was just fun. Like so.
Yeah, it was enjoyable because obviously half the people that was there still, you grew up with.
Yeah.
Because they've been playing in the academy as well. Do you know what I mean? So they come like, because you're with them 4 times a week, become like family. Do you know what I mean? So you're just there, enjoying yourself, and then getting back off.
When did you first train with the first team, or come across Sir Alex?
I think it was when I was 15, around 15 times. Yeah.
Do you remember who you were training against?
Yeah, all of them, man. It was a
Come on,
buzz.
who's all of them? Come on, Rav, man.
Yeah,
That in your mind right now.
Rio, Ronaldo, Rooney, Evra, Nani.
So that the team that eventually went on to win the European Cup
Yeah.
in 08. Did you embarrass some of them?
A few.
Who? Tell us who.
I can't say names, you know.
Come on, you can say names here, Brad.
I did Vidic a couple of times.
Serious?
Yeah, I did. I think
Torres
I did Rio
did,
as well, you know. I think he did Rio a couple of times. Yeah, but yeah, it's good, man. It was a buzz, you know, playing with the first team. Like, even though people say you're talented and young, and when you go with the first team, like, you got like Carrick and Scholes and that, like, before they've got the ball, they see passes that no other player sees, you know what I mean? Like 5 steps ahead. But no, playing with them guys, man, it was good.
Did you feel like you belonged around them?
Yeah, I felt comfortable. Yeah, obviously
you
you're
never
a bit
felt intimidated.
No, you're a bit nervous, but yeah, I felt comfortable. Yeah.
And so, how do you go from winning the FA Youth Cup, doing all those things, training with the first team? There was a story as well. Sorry to bring this back. I remember Rooney put Rio's phone in your pocket or something.
I'm like that, innit? No.
Can we talk about this?
Yeah, go on. What happened was we had a game, under 16 game, and my phone was dead. So I seen Rio in the hall, and I said, "Can you put my phone on charge, please? Have you got a charger?" So he's like, "Yeah, I'll put it on charge." The first team must have been in the gym because they're getting ready for a game. We're out going to play our game. First team must have come in the change room, Gary Neville, Rooney and that, and Rio took Rooney's phone off charge and put mine on, and they thought I come in the changing room, just threw his phone to the side, put my phone on charge, and come back in from the game. My phone was all over the floor.
Absolutely was and smashed it up.
Yeah, no, Gary Neville.
Oh, Gary.
Yeah, but I think Rio explained to him that it wasn't me that put it on charge, you know, and it was him. And then a few days later, Gary Neville replaced the phone.
Did you remember what phone it was?
Yeah, BlackBerry.
It was a BlackBerry,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
or you had to change your BB
BBM,
pin, everything.
Yeah. Nightmare. I didn't have
Put it
no
back
pins
on
or
MSN,
nothing.
yo, everyone had me back.
Yeah, it's a nightmare that.
Oh, that's such
Lost
a
all
good
my
story.
contacts now. Obviously, you can't back them phones up, can you?
You couldn't, no.
Yeah, no.
So
So
you needed to
Yeah.
here's my new BB pin. Add me up. You'd lose
send
all your
in-
girls.
send in the,
Everything's
send
gone
in
from
the
your phone.
what's that message called? That you can send the whole contacts,
Broadcast message.
broadcast messages off everyone's phone. Add
Yeah.
this, right back on. You know what I mean?
Add my mate.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
back
yeah.
online and that. Yeah.
Nightmare, man.
That was they were great times. Yeah. So that's incredible.
Yeah.
But even like little stories like that could feed its way into the media.
Yeah.
Get twisted,
Yeah.
and it's Ravel thinks
remember-
it's a big time Charlie taking.
I remember when there was another story in I don't know if it's a joke or something, but someone must have said, "Oh, Rio's watch has gone missing," and then it was me that's took it.
I remember
and
something
it was
like
one person messaged, then it was 2, and then the whole of Twitter's, "Oh, he took his watch." I'm thinking, what is going on here? Do you know what I mean? I've not even got a watch on my wrist. If anything, it's a Casio. Do you know what I mean? And he's saying his Rolex or Breitling or whatever it's gone, and I was thinking, "Oh, it's a nightmare." This, but it's easy, you know, just to jump ship and say, jump on a ship and say, "Oh yeah, it's Rav." It's
It's mad. It's
Yeah.
mad, and it must like to us like that's Rio and Rooney, and you've
Yeah.
just grown up around them,
Yeah,
just
man.
like their younger brother running around,
Good man.
getting little pranks pulled on you. But you obviously had the big man there as well, Sir Alex.
Yeah.
What was your relationship like with him? Because I've learnt to from the stories that we hear, that he gave you more opportunities and chances than he would have given anybody. So that must have meant something.
I don't know, you know. Someone that says that, it's easy to say, and then obviously then everyone thinks, yeah, it's true, do you know what I mean? But it's like, obviously, like I said in the other podcast and to Rio, like, I'd never expected to break into that team because you had Ronaldo, you had Nani, you have Scholes and all these players, you know what I mean? These world-class players, like global superstars. So you don't expect just to break into that team, but you never really got the chance, you know what I mean?
Is that how you feel?
Yeah, like training with them, it's a good opportunity, but you could go there and you could look in place, but you know you're never going to get a chance on the weekend because this team is playing to win the Premier League. This team is playing to win the Champions League, do you know what I mean? So you got to be realistic at times.
That's part of the reason why Pogba left as well, isn't it? Because he wasn't getting the
opportunities.
opportunities.
But obviously, sometimes you got to just be a bit realistic and say, right, you've got these world-class players that are playing World Cups, Champions Leagues, Premier League winners, you know what I mean? It's like, is Ravel, a little one from Stretford, really going to play here?
But you weren't talent with you, though, was it? Because you had the talent. You had the talent. At least I feel. I think a lot of people feel.
It's timing, you know. It's like timing. Say, do you remember when Alex Ferguson got off? And then he was playing like the twins in midfield, Rafael and Fabio. These times, maybe you might have got a look in. He was playing Darren Gibson and that, but when I was there year and a half before, Scholes come back.
Yeah.
Scholes is, for me, probably one of the best midfielders to play. Do you know what I mean? So you got to think you're really going to get ahead of Scholes. And these times you don't see these players retiring or to think of him retiring. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, if it would have been 2 years later, a year and a half later, when like,
do you think getting that opportunity could have just completely changed the path and everything? That that one, like a Rashford against Midtjylland or just one of those games.
Yeah, definitely. It changes the opportunity for everyone, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, even look at Marcus now. Like, if he didn't play that game, would he be what he is now?
Well, I doubt it because Mourinho wouldn't have played him
but
after. So
obviously, sometimes things can fall to you, and in the perfect situations.
You have spoken though about maybe not. You know, you've mentioned it, taking it for granted a bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes not going in.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go in today. And is that because you took it for granted rather than because you were being a bit of a, excuse the term, bellend? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, because that's what people assume.
It's not nice, is it?
No, but they think Ravel's being an idiot. Do you know what I mean? Whereas maybe you were just a kid.
Yeah, no.
That was
definitely.
You know,
I
just
understand.
made the wrong decisions.
You understand. Obviously, it's the environment I grew up in. Do you know what I mean? It's like you go to football and you forget everything. But as soon as you leave football, you want to be with your friends. You want to do this. You could be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Do you know what I mean? And I'm coming in from being with my friends at like 2 a.m, and I've got to be up at 9 o'clock for training. Do you know what I mean? It's the lifestyle of a footballer is. People don't understand how difficult it is at times. You know what I mean? But it is difficult, especially at a young age. Do you know what I mean?
Do you wish that maybe you went into somewhere that wasn't such a goldfish bowl, maybe like a City where they were in the Championship, so that you could maybe get that opportunity at the United when you're more mature and you understand what there is to lose and everything?
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously if you other than Real Madrid, United is probably the biggest team in the world, isn't it?
They are.
Yeah. So
because your boys ain't anywhere near there.
Well,
legally binding contract, remember as well. You kissed the badge. Yeah.
That's got to get cut out. That's got to get cut out. No, but if you start like a smaller team and then you jump up, then you appreciate. But,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You think, wow. But because I've been in this environment, this building, around these players since young, it's like it becomes a normal thing. Do you know what I mean? And you don't appreciate what you should really appreciate.
Yeah.
And you take things for granted that you shouldn't take for granted.
Yeah. I hear that.
You see, like when I left Man United, and at the time, West Ham had porter cabins. Do you know what I mean? And we was in porter cabins, and then you left Man United where they have a gym bigger than the whole building of West Ham, a swimming pool, 34 pitches, and West Ham have got 2. Do you know what I mean? So then you kind of think, well, I've left this. You know what I mean?
I suppose, like, I used to have a real job. Like, I don't consider this a real job anymore. It's like
It's a good job,
sometimes-
this man.
yeah,
You can sign me up, Saf, when I'm done.
well, you're in already. Like sometimes I take this. Like some days I can't be asked to go in.
Yeah.
But it's like when I was working in an office 9 to 5, I would have died to do this. And it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you can take for granted the position
yeah,
you're
yeah.
getting, and I know yours is on a completely different scale. But I kind of get that, I suppose.
Yeah.
I get it. Do you still have the same friends from back then? Like, because a lot of people think it was your friends that messed things up for you.
No, I can't put all the blame
We can
on
set the
friends,
record
you know what I
straight.
mean?
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
blame friends for it. Obviously, it's my decisions as well. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I could have been in my house when I should have been in my house, but I still chat to some people. Do you know what I mean? Not everyone, but still keep in contact with some people. Yeah, but I have like I have my two best friends now. My little brothers, you know, Rio and Zion. They're my best friends now. It's my brothers in it. So
I see you are. I follow you on Instagram. DM'd you for an interview, but you didn't reply, by the way.
I don't. I'm not good on social.
But no, I see that. Like, I've followed you, so I see that you are a family man. You're not, you know. So this impression of you that seems to be out there, it's a little bit wild. And I actually look at you as someone that you never failed. You lived the dream, bro.
Yeah.
Like you played for Manchester United. That's my dream. Like might not have been yours, but you played for
Arsenal,
Manchester United.
man.
You played professional football at a professional level. Now you would have had to drop a few levels to go to Arsenal.
Yeah.
So to play at United, but like you lived the dream. You played football professionally. Like how can anybody knock you? Do you know what I mean? As well?
Yeah. No, I understand. Obviously, it's people can say you didn't reach your potential or you didn't do this or you should be somewhere else in life. Do you know what I mean? But like, if I didn't play football, I'd be a lot further down in my life. Do you know what I mean? Than I am today.
Yeah.
And obviously, I wouldn't complain. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've had opportunities. It's provided for me and my family, so I can't complain.
And from there, from United, which before we finish on United, with Fergie, have you got a little nugget, a little story of you that would sum up your relationship with him?
I don't, you know.
Anything that he said to you that really stuck with you? What did he say to you when you left and went to West Ham?
I didn't speak to him. I spoke to Rennie.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't speak to him, but no, I didn't speak to him.
Because it seemed to be our Fergie's kind of spoke to Big Sam
Yeah.
because they're friends. That deal happened. Was that true or?
Well, at that time, I could have gone to Newcastle. I didn't know about West Ham at first, and then it was only like I think it was a day before the last day of the transfer, and then United put West Ham to me, and I thought, well, he was in the Championship at the time, and he was heading for promotion, so I thought maybe go there. I got an opportunity to play in the Premier League, and hopefully one day probably could come back, but things didn't turn out that way.
But you had the moments, and that goal against Spurs for West Ham, if you haven't seen it, guys, it's on Google, it's on YouTube, it's on all of that. That sums up your ability, doesn't it? The ability to do things that other players can't. Because that's how I look at you. I put you ahead of Pogba and them, and I know that's been said a lot. Rio said it quite famously, but like your ability was showcased there on a whole, and that was something you did every single day, probably still doing now. And it was just great to see it on that platform where I think it deserved. And it was kind of a poignant moment for me as someone that didn't know you, who's just someone that was a big fan of yours, that looked at it and thought, I wish that was in United, should have been more.
Yeah.
But what do you remember of your time at West Ham and that goal and things like that?
The time at West Ham, I enjoyed it, you know. Except from that hiccup that we had at the club, everything about the club, the fans, the staff, the players, everything was wicked, man. It is enjoyable.
You've also played in Sweden.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong on these.
Cold.
Holland.
Yeah.
Where else did you say?
Mexico.
I had that one in my list.
Italy.
Mexico. Lazio.
Yeah.
In Italy. Lazio's a massive club as well.
Yeah.
Is that probably the biggest club after United you play for?
No, West Ham's bigger than
Lazio.
Lazio.
Bigger than West Ham.
I don't know, you know. I think West Ham's massive, you know.
Come on, it might. But
You
they
don't
didn't
see-
really win the World Cup, you know.
Well, Lazio didn't. They don't play in the World Cup, did they?
But no, Lazio Massive club. What was your time like in Italy and Mexico? Because the fans there are nuts, aren't they?
In Mexico,
Both
really.
places.
In Mexico, I enjoyed it. We had training at 10 o'clock in the morning, finished at 1, and then you have everything after that. You know,
The weather,
Yeah,
the
we had
beaches.
as with my missus there, as with my cousin there. We had quad bikes. You know what I mean? You go back. You had a pool. The weather was nice. That
You
was
just basically
that was
on
kind of
holiday,
like a
playing
bit of a
football.
dream life. Do you know what I mean? But it only lasted a year.
Why did you want to leave or?
No, I wanted to go back, but Lazio didn't let me go back because they only had a year left.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Lazio, you played there as well.
Yeah.
Your experience in Italy.
Um,
Where would you rank it in the leagues? Like, is it as difficult as the Premier? I reckon. Or?
No, nowhere near. Nowhere near. It's more tactical.
Mm.
Did more positions about it. Like,
You have to
more
be
slow.
off the ball.
yeah, it's more slow. It's a defensive league, you know what I mean? But no, it's nowhere near on the same level as Premier League.
Did you,
You
learn
get-
more there though than anywhere else? You, think?
You add a lot to your game. You do add a lot to your game now, but it's not on the same level as Premier League. Premier League's probably
Physical.
second
some monster.
second or first best league in the world, isn't it?
Second to La Liga, you think?
Second or first. La Liga or
Is it La
England,
Liga?
yeah.
The other one.
But then again, in La Liga, you only get 3-4 teams, you know what I mean? In Italy,
Mhm.
you only get 3-4 teams. In England, there's
Well, now it is. Yeah, it was.
15,
Yeah.
12. You can get beat by anyone
I mean,
in England, you
your
know what I mean?
boys, where are they? 10 teams almost, maybe. Could be.
Yeah,
Kind of.
yeah, but there's always a but.
Yeah.
We have got a good team,
Yeah.
and we have probably got a better team than you.
You're not going to start calling United yous now. So let's move this conversation away because you're still us to me.
No,
You're
yous.
still we. I'm not talking French, it's we.
No.
Look behind us. That's we. That's us, Rav. Look
Arsenal.
what we did.
Yes.
How did you feel playing for England?
Yeah, it's special, innit? It's a special moment in your life. It's something you look back on and think, yeah, well, I played for England. Do you know what I mean? It's a massive achievement. So it was enjoyable as well.
Did you go into, were there any tournaments with the 23s? Did you play in that tournament where there was like 16-15 penalty shootout? Nah, I remember that one. Again, England, Holland, I can't remember what year that was.
Yeah, no.
Obviously, thank you for the chat today. I really appreciate it. And short notice as well. I know I kind of doorstepped you here. But I had to have a chat with you because, like
Yeah,
I
no,
said,
man, it's
like,
cool, definitely.
bro, that academy team was my favourite. You are us, it's we. Like, that was my favourite. It's our favourite.
I'm a gunner.
And you're not, bro. Stop. We'll cut that
I'm a
out.
gunner.
We'll cut that out. You're going to do the Arsenal watch along with us. That's something you got to do.
I'm
Then.
gonna shout troops after this, and we're gonna have to get something going.
We'll get me. Well, you and Troops can come down. We're getting back from America. But now,
When have United got Arsenal next?
Next season.
Oh, next season. Now. It's a shame, innit? Especially with the format we're on and the format like you're on.
yeah, you're lucky we don't send you back into 12th.
Yeah, but you've not won one game in the last 5, have you? Or 4?
True. No, we won 9-0. What a record win.
When was that?
Premier League's biggest ever win.
Oh, Southampton what with 8 men?
Win's a win.
Yeah, it is, but
Win's a win. And we scored 9 goals.
yeah.
Arsenal haven't never done that. Have they?
I don't know.
They haven't.
Yeah, but you've never ever took a golden
And
trophy.
talking about 9, what's the number below 9? 8. Do you remember that?
Guys are fool.
My work here is done. Now, I really appreciate your time, bro. And just any final words. What would you say to Manchester United fans? Like, have you got a message for them? You must get so many messages from United fans that you ignore. Like you said, you ignore all your DMs.
But I'm not a
apparently.
United fan, you know.
Yeah, but United fans still love you. United fans still think of you and think, Ravel was my favourite academy player, or Ravel was someone that I wish was still here playing with Paul Pogba and playing with Jesse. Like, people still think that way about you, bro.
I would like United to come second in the league and Arsenal to win the league. I would always like United to become the second team. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't like them to go lower than that.
That's not
I
that.
would always appreciate Manchester United, but obviously Arsenal.
Yeah, that's
would win
more.
the league
No. Try to say
United
that
be
without
second.
saying Arsenal. Go on. Do that.
Without saying Arsenal.
So don't mention us. Say it. I appreciate it. You got a message to United fans at home that are watching this, Rav?
I would appreciate United to come second.
Jesus. we tried to get a message for you.
You know
Nah.
how many group chats I'm in? Do you know I have a little brother here that's a die-hard Man United fan. Oh man, he gets on my
What's
nerves.
his name?
Rio.
Rio. Shout out Rio.
I have another one as well. I got to shout him. He don't like football, but I got to shout him out. If I shout the other one, he's called Zion.
Zion.
Yeah.
Rio and Zion, shout out you. Rio, you're the main man though, United fan. Make sure you rattle him. Remind him about 8-2 every day as well.
I'll block him after this if he messages me straight away.
Me?
No, Rio.
Don't block. You've already blocked me though.
I've not blocked you.
Defo have.
I've not blocked you.
Something somewhere. So your last message to United fans is you love us all.
Second team.
Thank you very
That's
much, Ravel.
all. Thank
I've
you, man.
appreciated the time
Appreciate
and
that.
thank you for watching. Make sure you tune in, guys. Like, comment, share. On Instagram, it's one Ravel.
Yeah.
Yeah?
One Ravel.
Or Ravel one. One Ravel.
One Ravel.
This has been the best interview ever. Rav, thank you very much, man. I
Thank you,
appreciate
man.
you.
Appreciate
Make
it.
sure you follow me on Instagram. Like, comment, share, subscribe. See you in a bit.